Hello everyone. Today is the full release of Raising the Bar Retail Division 2. We are very excited for everyone to play this release, as we have worked very hard to get this out the door. We couldn't have done it without the community support and the hard work of the fantastic team behind this mod. Division 2 will mainly include Water Hazard, as well as a heavily reworked Division 1, which will be worth giving a replay. The Division 2 download link is in the description of this video, for those who want to give it a try, with the setup instructions listed on the ModDB page. If you encounter any bugs, please let us know in the feedback channel on our public Discord, which can also be found in the description of the video. Now without further ado, let's get into this release update. To start things off here, this is the main focus of Division 2, that being Water Hazard. The iconic Airboat chapter has been overhauled to a massive extent. This includes the usual gameplay reworks and new areas. Alongside all this, the visuals are also a massive upgrade, with a sunrise and daytime atmosphere in contrast to Division 1's more midnight time setting. The Combine are using the outer canals as a dumping ground for the city's trash and have destroyed its ecosystem with toxic waste. But despite that, Zen wildlife is able to flourish in some areas. There are many new creatures you have to look out for, such as hostile ones like the bull squids, but also the more friendly ones such as the protozoans. Industrial sectors are also scattered across the outer canals, with citizen workers in them, and Combine units guarding the sectors and patrolling the canals, which doesn't make things much easier for the remaining resistance and refugees within the canals. But with the recent arrival of, as Dr. Breen would say, a disruptor in our midst, the higher-ups in the resistance have told everyone to move their focus away from the usual escape operations, especially as the Combine throws in everything they can. With all this, the great escape from City 17 you've all been waiting for will be a very exciting one, in the most high-octane vehicle section of the mod. For Division 2, we knew we wanted to surpass Division 1's initial release in terms of additional story and world building that's added to the mod as a whole. The main focus of this release, Water Hazard, felt like it needed some more exposition and world building, so we decided to tell tales along the way of events that may be happening outside of Gordon's vicinity, with various communications devices, character interactions, and graffiti around the canals that give a bit of historical context and story. We won't get too specific on what those events are exactly, as you'll have to play the mod for yourself. To fit the acquisition of the Airboat gun, it was necessary to make an exciting track as you proceed into your first combat encounter where you can use it. For this track, as per usual, I made it fit more with R2BR's style of music, and made it more grungy and high octane. Hopefully all this will really make the player feel like they are in the midst of an intense encounter with the remaining Combine units. The Vortigaunt Cave in Water Hazard was something we felt needed to be expanded upon. For this I went in and overhauled it, while also including Vortigaunt murals, not too dissimilar to Khan Submarine in R2BR Division 3. There is also a collapsed mineshaft that at one point led straight into Black Mesa East, marking the endpoint in the various escapees' treacherous journeys across the canals.
When taking a look at our Division 1 maps and looking at the quality of our Division 2 maps, I decided to improve the Division 1 maps to be on par with the Division 2 maps, such as making the PlayStation Plaza have more elements closer to the Redux Plaza, a bit more, alongside taking some creative liberties, such as improving the former Seesaw Plaza area and making the area feel more finished, alongside improving the skybox for Division 1 Canal map being Canals 05. This skybox has been completely redone of what I call the Citadel Vista, which brings a stunning view of the city, making the player feel small against the Combine's occupation of City 17, even in the later canal maps.
With 5 more divisions to go, and something else you might get this year, the level of passion and speed at which this team works is genuinely astounding, and we couldn't have been more proud of the work we've done throughout this mod's development, especially given the amount of new talent we've taken on for Division 2 in every department that made this release possible. For this section, we'll be showing bits of content from every future division, which will give you a broader overview at some of our overall goals for the project and its future releases.
Town 05 was always one of my favorite maps in the base game, with its unique set pieces and introduction of the wider forces of the Combine. Me and most of the mappers added quite a few new set pieces to spice up the map, but also introduced some more enemies from the base RTBR's Division 3, and give it a unique atmosphere that will be present throughout most of the coast. Hopefully this should make this map feel even more unique and make it an interesting ending to our Division 3 and a cool introduction to Division 4.
I'm Commander Riley SV, and I'll be bringing you to Division 4. This division will see Gordon Freeman explore the treacherous and weathered coast. Where City 17 highlights the Combine's victory over humanity, and the Canals highlights nature's victory over the rest, the coast will show the slow march of a possible third victor, Zen. Hiding among the ruins and wrecks, you can find infestations beginning to chip away at the metal, wood, bricks, and concrete. All these wrecks and ruins sit atop or at the foot of giant rock walls as a storm roils over the shores of these places. Here on Coast 5, you can see the process of this infestation. In the back room of this house, the infection begins small and starts in an overlooked nook. Then, as seen in this abandoned store, it grows in scale, spreading out over a wider area. Finally, like in this facility, the infestation is out of control, breaking everything.
With the release of Division 2, we have been prototyping content all the way up to Nova Prospect. The screenshot here shows our take on Nova Prospect, but in the style of the Redux Depot maps alongside various different iterations of Nova Prospect from 2002 and 2003. While I can't say much about them as of yet to not spoil what we have planned in the long run for this chapter, let's just say a lot of old ideas that were planned are going to get refreshed.
Though Street Wars is still in early stages, we've been hard at work on visuals, prototyping gameplay, assets, and otherwise. Here's a track called Breen Scan I did, which is inspired by an RTBR Street Wars track called Vertical Peril. It'll play alongside an arena, which you may remember, that'll be completely overhauled and will feature new RTBR enemies. To conclude this special segment, here's the first bit of content we've ever shown involving our Division 7 and the Citadel directly. This concept art, pictured here, was done by one of our talented concept artists, 1054. This one specifically shows the underground section of the Citadel near the entrance. Vast signs of alien installation and otherworldly lighting will be a motif throughout this section in the mod, and things other than that will be shown at a later point in the mod's development. And that about does it for the Division 2 release update, folks. We hope you have just as much fun playing it, just as we did working on it. Make sure to look out for any future updates we post if you are interested in what we may be doing next. As we move on to our next division, we're always looking for more people interested in joining the team. Here are the following positions we're looking for on the team. Level designers. We're always looking for more level designers in game plan blockout departments or art pass departments. Hard surface 3D modelers. We're always looking for hard surface 3D modelers who can recreate cut content props alongside creating original props. Organic 3D modelers. We're currently looking for organics 3D modelers who can create organic environment props for our antlion caves alongside some other things in the style of R2BR's organic modeling. 3D animators. We're currently looking for some more assistance in the NPC animation department, which involves working with source engine animation, NIK rigs. Programmers. We're currently looking for programmers who are willing to take a crack at source engine programming with experience in C++. If any of these roles look interesting to you, please apply via the application form in the description of the video. And remember to stay tuned for updates on our next division and onwards. Massive thanks to everyone for supporting us throughout Division 2's development, and remember to stay tuned for updates on our next division and onwards.